I know I talk a lot about the deeper levels of our clutter. Why is clutter staying stuck? Why is it still here? What's really going on under the surface? And last week I was doing a keynote speech, and one of the surveys that I got back said, I love your content, but I wish that you just gave us some more actual practical tips. And look, I get it. You want tips. You are here for tips. Many of you actually really want tips. But let me tell you something really important. All the tips in the world, and there are zillions of tips out there, will not get you organized if you don't understand what's going on in your clutter. But if you want tips, I'm going to give you a tip. I'm going to give you the most important tip that I can ever give you, which is look in your clutter for the best solution for you. Now, what I mean by that is I have never worked with a person ever in my life who didn't already have the start of the system that would work for them in their clutter. Within your clutter is a seed, a truth granule in there that shows how your brain works and what you need in order to get organized and stay organized. You could read 1,000 books, you could listen to 1,000,000 podcasts, you could ingest all that information, and look, many of you have, but it may not actually give you what you need, which is a system developed for your brain, your lifestyle, your home. Everybody's life is different, everyone's home is different, everyone's brain is different. But what I know to be true is that in those piles and bags and boxes is the seed of your system, a system that will work for you in a way that will not work for almost anyone else. And what my job is when I go in, I help people to find and locate. I help people locate the systems that are already started, and then I help you finish them. The problem is not your organizing skills or the time that you have in the day or the size of your house. Sometimes these things can impact them. The biggest challenge that I see for most people is that they do not take the start of their organizing systems and complete it. And I'm going to be really honest with you here. It takes 5 to 12 times of playing with a system to find a system that works for you, that really works for you. When I'm working with clients, it takes multiple iterations of a system in order for it to work. Let yourself off the hook. It's okay if you don't get it on the first try. No one gets it on the first try. That would be a miracle. And as amazing as that is, we would love that, but also not necessary. Part of this process of getting organized is you learning about you, you understanding how you work in a better and more deep, rich way. Because organizing isn't just about making your house look better. It's about understanding yourself, understanding your brain, understanding your loved ones, and really communing with yourself through the home. My recommendation is to look around at the clutter that you've got on your kitchen counter, in your office, on the side of your bed, wherever the clutter is that's driving you crazy. And I want you to look for seeds of information of things that are working for you already. And then I want you to build on that. I want you to expand that. I want you to take what is working and I want you to say, if I made this work even better, if I doubled down, if I really expanded this system, what could it look like? What could that be like for me? And again, think of this as playtime. This is playtime for you. This is you using yourself and your physical stuff and your clutter in your home as a science project, as an exploration, as you figuring out what works for you. And I say this a lot, but how you do anything is how you do everything. So you organizing that side table, you organizing that kitchen counter may not feel like you're making a huge impact in everywhere in your life, but you are making an impact in a way that affects you deeply internally and mentally, so that then when you start to create other systems and other parts of your life, you are going to behave differently because you understand yourself differently. And that's what we're looking for. We are looking at organizing being a process of coming home to ourselves, of really understanding ourselves, of really caring for ourselves, and using that information to live the best and fullest life that we can, because the world needs you. The world needs you and your beautiful gifts and your power and your strength. And that starts with coming home to ourselves through the process of organizing. So I want you to take a look around and I want you to find one thing that feels cluttered in your life that you want to explore, and then throw that down in the comments. Let me know something that you are working on and see if you can find the seed of your systems that are there waiting for you to grow them into something that really supports you in every possible way. Thanks so much for being here.